Central banks, the most powerful institutions you've probably never questioned. They don't run for office, they rarely make headlines, yet they control the price of money, the fate of the economy, and the value of everything you've worked for. If they wish, they can create wealth or destroy it overnight. And the strangest part? They're barely accountable to you. This is the story of how central banks came to rule modern finance, not as referees, but as the players who built the game. A tale of hidden power, financial engineering, and an illusion sold as stability. Once you understand how it began, you'll never see your salary, your debt, or your savings the same way again. It starts in 1694 in Angleterre. The crown was broke after wars with France. A group of wealthy merchants offered a loan in exchange for the right to create a bank that could issue money backed by government debt. That's how the Bank of England was born. It wasn't for the people. It was for the state to fund wars and profit from them. The foundation of central banking wasn't to fix the economy, but to finance power. By the 19th century, Europe followed. Private banks with public privileges printed money, managed reserves, and bailed out governments. Their influence grew. Their accountability didn't. In America, things were messier. Americans distrusted financial centralization. Two central banks were shut down after scandals, leaving chaos. Private currencies, speculation, panics. Then came 1907. Markets crashed and J.P. Morgan, not the government, saved the system. That crisis paved the way for the Federal Reserve in 1913. Promised as a regional, independent system, it quickly became a powerful central authority, controlling rates, credit, and money supply. But the Fed isn't fully public. Its member banks are private. Its budget isn't from taxpayers. It funds itself. In many ways, it's a state within a state, shaping the lives of millions without a single vote cast. Officially, its goals are maximum employment and stable prices. Unofficially, it protects the same giants it regulates. In 2008, trillions were printed to save investment banks, not workers. In 2020, the same story, markets rescued, billionaires richer, the wealth gap exploding. Here's the truth, Atale. Central banks don't just manage the economy, they shape it. When rates fall, the rich win. When rates rise, the public pays. Their independence is an illusion. A revolving door connects the Fed, Wall Street, and global banks. Their language is complex by design, keeping the public in the dark. Since 2008, the game has changed. Interest rates hit zero. Quantitative easing, printing money became normal. Trillions flooded the system. Mortgages, corporate debt, all absorbed. The result was asset prices exploded. Those with wealth got richer. Everyone else faced silent inflation. Wages stagnated. Savings lost meaning. This system isn't built to free you. It's built to keep you running. Borrow and you're rewarded. Save and you're punished. They call it stability, but it's stability for the system, not for you. Because when the system fails, banks are saved, not people. In 2020, we saw it live. The Fed printed $3 trillion in weeks. Stocks rebounded. Billionaires doubled their wealth. Millions lost their jobs. What was saved wasn't the economy. It was the illusion of control. When central banks distort the price of money, they distort everything. Risk becomes unmeasurable. Savings lose purpose. Real wealth drifts away while bubbles grow and burst. Most people never realize they're trapped inside the wheel. So ask yourself, who holds them accountable? They're independent, yet serve the same system of markets and elites. That revolving door between central banks and finance isn't a conspiracy, it is a career ladder. Their cold language keeps you out of the conversation. But you're not out anymore, because once you understand the game, you can protect yourself. Real freedom isn't about chasing returns. It's about knowing who holds the power. Money isn't neutral. Inflation isn't accidental. Interest rates are political. Freedom begins when you start to question the system. Maybe it means owning assets that can't be printed. Maybe earning beyond the debt cycle. Maybe realizing that their version of growth is just a treadmill powered by debt, spinning faster every year. You can't stop the game, Atule, but you can play smarter, avoid debt, live simply, own what holds real value, learn how money works, and teach others. Always question the story you're told, because when the next crisis comes, and it will, the system will be saved again. But you won't. That part will be up to you. History doesn't repeat, but if you don't understand it, it will crush you just the same. If this opened your eyes, subscribe. The answers are hidden in the past. I'll show you where to look.